Aria. Come put it on, please. Hi, my fibros. Hi, my chocolate buttons. Hi, my cellulite cities. And anybody who's training a dog. Come on. Come on. Good girl. So, I thought I best make a video as I haven't done for a while, and I've realised that I haven't, well, it's not that I haven't done one for a while, I've actually been doing quite a lot of them. It's just that when I look back on them, I realised that I was extremely sick going through it, and it was not really a nice look. Especially when you're changing medications, coming off medications, and I thought I'd best just catch up with everybody, and it's most probably backwards, but I'll stick the videos up, but this one will be first. And then I'll put the other ones up as well. There's been quite a lot going on, which you'll catch up with. Thank you to my new subscribers. There's been a few, and there's been a few people who have wondered where I was, which was really, really, really nice, actually. It was lovely to know that people had missed the mental life for me. I have had everything from the dentist to my daughter moving in, and now she's moving out, to my son having his first fight, and losing. Well, actually he did lose, but he also won the first round, lost the second, so he went to train in a different direction. And while I've been at home, I realised that I needed to change some negative people that had been around in my life, and I needed to kind of get rid of them. And even though it meant I'm back on my own and trying to deal with stuff myself and not having that backup, and I think that's why a lot of people actually stay on in relationships, is because it's real hard to do it by yourself, just constantly. Be always on guard, and it's real stressful to do it by yourself, so it's 100 times worse when you're feeling shit. You know, I went into the doctor's last Monday and I wasn't getting enough oxygen, so he told me to go straight into the hospital, and I didn't want to. I know that I get real depressed when I go into the hospital. They no longer use a nebulizer in New Zealand because they don't believe in them anymore, or reckon that it doesn't make any difference, which is utter crap, because it really does make a difference to people. And everything that they would have done in there, I can do at home, really. I got told off for not taking all of the steroids that I'm meant to take, but the steroids kind of make me my mental state uncomfortable, especially when it starts making you shaking and knocking, and you get out the shower and end up straight back in bed, you know, and you're laying there for a long time. Ari is doing really well. She just kind of keeps to herself. She goes mental when she goes outside, because she loves to run. She's like she's a scavenger. She's a, you know, and that's what they're for. They're hunters, they're gatherers, they're little scavengers, and she's normally fine. She has a friend that comes round and they go nutty together. And once a week one of my friends actually takes her out with 3 of their kids, and they take her out for the whole day and look after her. So on the Monday and today, normally she's nice and peaceful with me. So on the weekends, for some reason, I end up normally bedridden. I don't know whether that's something which is psychological, or whether or not it's just because I work during the week too much when I'm feeling better, and then get put into bed. But while I've been in my bedroom, I decided that I was so sick and tired of looking at the same old shit that I would literally just take everything down, throw everything out, and just do a few alterations, or just get a few little bits and bobs to make a difference, or a different look in the room. And realising the less you have, the less you clean. And I wish I would have realised that kind of 20, 30 years ago. Well, not that long. I was quite simple then anyway. I don't quite know when I became materialistic, but it's certainly gone now. It's certainly not in anywhere near me now. I don't obsess of having to go to a shop, you know, for 3 or 4 days until I really am desperate to go to a shop. So I'll show you the room. You can have a look at my other videos and see the difference, I guess, of what I've done. You can just sit there for a minute. It's quite clean, so I guess I can show you. I'll start here. I've put a bookshelf just behind the door, and it's basically just got all those junky shit that you try and kind of keep hidden away. So I didn't really want it center of the room, because I wanted it to be as simple as. So I got a couple of these, the tree things, which just reminded me of kind of the Game of Thrones, and you know, each time I get bored with them, I can stick anything different on them. So I can, you know, do a Halloween or a Christmas stuff or jewellery. I got rid of all of the crap from around the walls, and I just added, just made a few boxes just to put what I absolutely need on there. I got a few of these glass balls, which I absolutely love these, and I put some of these Orbeez inside, and when they go dry I just stick some more water in. The only thing I don't like about them, I guess, is that the the holes, it's meant to be for a plant, and you're meant to put like the soil in and have the plant coming out, but it means that you're just going to have to water them on a constant basis. And I really wanted my owl candle to be able to go into one of them, but it won't go in. It's like its head's just too big. Now, one of the biggest things is this massive thing here, which you can see, is the metal bar I had made, and I really didn't like the one which was given to me because it's utter crap. It just either came too far up on me or too far down, and I could never get comfortable to actually do anything with it, so I just left it. But this is brilliant. It was made out of just pieces of steel, and it's actually made it out of a scooter bit as well. So when it goes round, I can put it flat and sit up, or I can have it whereas I can just lay in bed and watch a movie and change how I need to do the angle just by down here. Ingenious way of doing it. There's a few things which are going to get changed on it. The weight, now this massive thing down here is the actual weight of it, which you would think would actually keep just a small laptop in place, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna have to find either 2 feet which go down on the base here to keep it level, another weight up there, or just yeah, I don't know. This silver bit here I'm going to put just across this bit, just so I can stick kind of the phone, a cup of coffee, stuff like that when I'm in bed, so I'm not ruining the sides so much. And I stuck my boat over there because it's just, when you're in bed, I'm terrible for losing things. You know, when you stick your my glasses down, or what else? Certain medication, little scissors, or all those sorts of stuff. So I decided to put that there and put some of the stuff near me, and then I have to put it in the right place constantly so I know where they are. I have this is come back in here. It's just a mirror, and which desperately needs cleaning, and I brought it in so I can organise it with either some makeup or meds, because it has a lock on it, but they're quite easy to open, so I just have to be careful with that one. What else have I done? Oh, I did the clothes room, which used to be the absolute dread of my life, constantly dread of my life. It was just, I guess I just had too many things and didn't want to get rid of them, because, you know, when I worked, I had really, I liked getting dressed up, I liked looking nice. But as time's gone on, the clothes which I wore then, like jeans and that, actually bother my lungs. They're cold, they get tight. Bras I've had to change because they hurt at the back or they get itchy, and when you're itchy and sore at the same time, you get extremely irritable. So I went for, not that I know that they have some stuff out which is a Thin Lizzy kind of bra, but they're not very comfortable, they don't last very long. So I did get some sports bras. The only issue with the sports bras is when I get out of the shower, if I don't dry like properly, I will have like one arm in, the other arm in, and my boobs are just squashed in the front with the material on top because I can't get it over and I can't twist and I can't turn. So that's been a challenge of how to learn how to do different things. I realise now why the older generation don't get showered every day. It's because it takes until like 1 o'clock to be able to get yourself ready, and it is hard work. It really is. It's like having like I don't know, you know, cotton wool shoved up your nostrils, to pebbles in your shoes, and earmuffs over your ears, and that's what it feels like when you're old. So when you get up of a morning, you're cold. You know, it does make you extremely cold, and the last thing I want to do is jump in a friggin' shower which doesn't really work. It just dribbles on top of your head, and it's not nice. So that's why I get waxed, and the hairs on my legs are so long now that I could literally plait them in and chalk colour them and do a new trend on them. So I really am waiting to get to the city just to get my legs done, because I can't wear some of the sports stuff which I've bought to be able to wear them. And as soon as I shave, because I don't use soap and stuff, I use an aqueous cream or a zinc and castor oil. If I shave, then obviously it makes my skin just raw, bubbled, raw, red, spotty crap. My hair becomes greasy within a day or two, so I need it recolouring again to make it drier on the scalp, so I can get a couple of days of wear out of it. I'll show you what I've done, or what's been achieved in the wardrobe room. So this is very different to what I had. This has just been kind of built. It is a mess today, I must admit it is a mess today, but only because I am putting them into sections, and every time I go through my stuff I get rid of more stuff. So it goes down and down and down and down and down, and eventually I will get to, I will get there. But it's 1,000 times better than what it was in the first place. Hello. Hi. You going out for a walk? Huh? You coming for a walk? Come here. Come and say hello. Say hi. Say high five. High five. Paw. This paw. This paw. Here. Yeah, that one. Hello. Hello. You're sulking with me, aren't you? She wants to go out, that's why she's sulking with me. Yeah, I know. So while we've got a few things to do, I thought I'd bung you in the car and we'll go out for a drive while we have a chat. My son had smashed his car because if you look back through the videos, hopefully it'll show you, but he did actually try and not kill a cat, and he hit the side. So his dad has fixed the back of the car and underneath the car with a little bit of advice from one of my friends, but when they put the new wheels on, it doesn't seem to be looking very good at all. This is what I've thrown in for my dinner. This is like a kind of crappy hot pot, but it's just got everything in. I've just stuck just tons of honey in it with chicken and loads of sprouts and tomatoes and potatoes and carrots and peas and anything else that you can think of, just to give it a bit of flavour. Because I don't cook very often, especially when my breathing is just so slow, and I've noticed that when I look back on my videos that I actually do talk extremely slowly sometimes, and I want to make it quicker, but it's actually not on purpose that I talk slow. It's because I'm trying to regulate how I breathe. So that's why I kind of take my time. And if I talk fast, I normally get things wrong anyway. So I thought I'd best explain that I would love to have energy to be able to sit and be enthusiastic and run all over the place, but it just doesn't, it really just doesn't work in my world. So to me, this is a good day today. The fact that I have brushed my hair is a good day to me. So I think that's where I'm up to. I have a car load of just crap that needs throwing out. The kids' stepmom had brought tons of stuff round which they didn't need, but I also didn't want, so I'm getting rid of all that crap as well, and I've thrown my own stuff in there. Yeah, I know. And that's where I'm going to go now. I'm going to take my son's wraps for his hands so he can go. I presume he's got sparring tonight. I am going to go to find somebody to see if they can do a wheel alignment, because I think that's what the car needs on his car. But that, will you stop pushing me? But I also realised that my car is on like zero petrol, and it's pumping air, so I'm hoping that I do get to a garage. What else? It's hard to explain unless I put the other videos up, but my daughter did come to stay with me for a while, but she had been banned for 6 weeks for doing something in the other house, and she came to mine and they wanted me to carry on kind of punishing her, and I decided that I wasn't going to do that because I'm trying to get a relationship with her, and the relationship is not going to work by me just carrying on punishments. And she has a prom, and I really got upset because of the way she speaks to me, but I also understand that she was kind of desperate as well. This will make sense if you watch the other videos, I guess, but I gave in. I did give her money for her prom dress, which has left me well and truly screwed at the moment. But I didn't have a prom. I didn't have school fates. I didn't have parties. I didn't have Christmases. You know, it's my birthday soon, and there's, again, I don't know people to be able to have parties. What party am I going to have? They're the kind of things that is the life of fibromyalgia or lupus or COPD, that you can't go and boogie-oogie with people and dance like you know you want to dance. So I am doing my own yoga at home. It doesn't matter what you call it, stretching yoga, whatever, because I can't walk very far anymore. The shaking is still here. I've just put everything into the car and I'm ready to go back to bed. So it's the limitations is just mental. I think if I could at this point, I think I would jump on a cruise, because then I have everything in one place, and that I can kind of, you know, you can go and dance and then have food and then sleep and then go play golf and swim, and but it doesn't help for the fact that the weather has been just nasty. I don't like the cold whatsoever. And I knew as soon as you watch YouTube and everyone starts saying, oh, it's getting really warm, and they're going to, you know, places like Harry Potter land and stuff, that you're like, oh my god, the cold's coming over this side. So I think I need to just follow the sun. So I hope everybody's okay. Thank you for caring. Thank you for accepting that my life is not perfect, far from it, but I can't change it, but I can make it as well as I can, and that's why I'm changing around the house and getting rid of stuff, is to make things easier. As I'm getting sick just quicker and quicker. So please everybody, just wrap up warm. Remember, the bugs out there are just really horrible. Please don't get the cough that everybody has, because it just takes so long to get rid of. I'm really glad that I have told my son to go to his dad's for a wee while, because I need a break. I need to get my head together. He was getting frustrated with me, and I really need to find people who will accept me just for me. I hope that you'll stick with me. I did, when you like a video, there's one I think that I've liked. If you go and have a look, it is my son's fight that he had firstly gone in, and it was his first bout. But normally, you know, you have 30 people that you'll have your first fight in front of, and because there was a well-known name, who is Brogan Anderson, who is a wonderful MMA fighter, and Matt Turret, who is the trainer and owner of Hammerhead, they were wonderful. They were really supportive. But because Brogan Anderson was there, there were like 3,000 people who were watching, and I guess that really didn't help, especially with everything else that had gone on, you know, from him having fluid on his leg to a hole through the face, to being sick, and not that he made any excuses whatsoever. But I think he's going to try for a kind of different style, and he's still going, and I'm proud of him that he's still going, but he needs to start taking care of his own stuff as well, because if I'm not here for some reason, or I can't get up, and I prove not to be the perfect mother who they expect to jump up and just take them wherever they want at any time, in any place, then I want him to be able to look after him and look after his sister, because his sister is very different, and very forceful, I guess it's very different from what he went through, of the anger, the testosterone, of what he put us through, to what she is going through at the minute. And people are saying they're just teenagers. Well, fuck, I just, to me, a teenager, you know, was getting food, making sure you're warm, and really just trying to keep out of fights rather than just making them. And with all the crap that's going on in the world today, I don't watch the news as much as I should, because I just don't want to hear about how bad it is out there. It takes all my time just to keep food in the house. So I had asked somebody the other day, how do you meet somebody, or a companion or a friend, when you have such a, when somebody leaves somebody, okay, so you have this breakup, and as soon as you have the breakup, that you have this list of, I'm not putting up with that anymore, I'm not gonna, you know, I want somebody who's doing this, and I want somebody who's doing that, and they suddenly get this list of this perfect thing that they want, and that to me is the hardest thing to understand, because I don't really care about the looks necessarily. I know that you have to really enjoy somebody's company, and you have to, you know, want to be around them, but I don't have a list of what I want. It's more of what I don't want, and it's a real short list. And I'm really sorry that I've wasted so much time on the people that really weren't worth it in my life, and that had caused so much heartache. Like my daughter has said to me, you know, I just want you to be a mom. I want you to make, you know, the dinner of a night time. I want you just to pick me up and drop me off, and you know, she'll ring you 10 minutes beforehand and go, oh, I'm ready to be picked up now, and it's like, I'm in bed, and then she gets angry with me, and unless she forgives me for what she feels that I've done wrong by not settling down with a man, because I didn't feel comfortable to do that, because I've run away, for not giving her everything that she asks for, and wanting to know who she is and want to be a part of it, which she doesn't like, until she forgives me and accepts me for who I am today and who I am tomorrow, then there's not going to be any relationship. And that's the hardest decision that I've had to make, is that I've said to her that it's until she can look at me and hug me and love me unconditionally, then there's never going to be a start of a relationship. It's always going to be a thing which is a backwards thing, you know, of a blaming thing of, you know, who I had in my life and what they did to her, and I can't carry on just blaming myself, because I get more stressed. I go into myself and hide away, and then think I'm not good enough to even put something on YouTube. You know, it's the same as going outside. There's people who would stop and talk to me about the dogs constantly, and now they don't even look at me, tell the Aria to go away, you know, go on, go home, go home. Do I need a new beginning? Where nobody can blame me for how my life got turned inside out, upside down. I'm not sure at this point. But I do know that people are malicious, vicious. They use you. They laugh at you behind your back. And whatever the more they have, the more they enjoy watching you go downhill. And I don't know whether or not I want to do that while being watched. So, I guess that really wasn't a happy ending, was it? So if you want me to keep in touch, I'll keep loading up the stuff if I make no sense. It's because I just can't make sense of it myself at that time, on that day, in that mood. When I'm good and I'm smiling, it's because I get it. And sometimes it takes a lot for me to learn things and to get things. So I'm still upright today. We might go out for a drive. I thought we might go around the country. Maybe not the country. Maybe just around the towns. And I think I need to start swimming again. I really miss swimming. So, bye everyone. This is Bad Pond #1. Still upright today. And I'm not going to even edit this. It's just going to go up, because it's the only way that I can actually get things up is by not thinking about it too much. And I hope everyone's okay. Please go and check out everybody else's videos who is suffering as well. And if you really don't like somebody and you just want to tell them, you know, how stupid they are, or you want to just be a bitch and give thumbs down and give insults, then that's your right to do. But, you know, would you do it to my face? Because I've found lots of people do things behind your back that they'd never do to your face. Remember that. Try to be nice. Life's not long. See you soon. So, I feel a bit better. I've had my teardrops and I feel a little bit more alive now I'm outside. My car did get me to the petrol station. He also got me to the second-hand shop, and because I can't find a wee coat for Aria unless they're just well, you can get them, they're cheap ones, but I found this in the second-hand shop, so hopefully we'll be able to make just a little jacket for her out of that. It even looks, I can see it's even too big now, but it's a start. I also got the boys 18 plus card form to fill out so we can at least get some stuff done for him. And I also went over to the garage, and one of the garage guys, I'm gonna go this way, one of the garage guys was saying, because it's a small community, people know, you know everything that you're doing, but he was saying for a tyre alignment to go over and see Reese, so I went over and he is going to do a test drive on the Celica tomorrow for me, free of charge. And if nothing needs doing, then it's fine. Obviously, they're not going to charge, and if they are, they'll let me know before they do it. So it's about $79, but $79 is better than me panicking constantly about whether or not he's safe. And so we're going to drop all that stuff off. And I feel really guilty because Alicia wanted me to go down to school today and pick her up to get her own bank card sorted. And because I thought that Akia would need some help with all of the wind stuff, which he's decided to do another day, then I've let her down again for him. So I've got to really stop running round, as I say, while I'm doing the stuff. The one thing that I get really down about is my car. I mean, really, you know, if you're gonna learn somebody's car, I expect you at least to kind of clean it out and polish it and do all that sort of stuff to it. It's been knocked and banged a couple of times, which I've been able to fix on my own, with help from some good friends who still kind of keep in touch with me, or I should say I keep in touch with them. It's like help, and it's normally I don't really ask for help when it's like his car, because I find that rude, you know, just come and look at my son's car. But if it's my car, I generally do. So I'm presuming that he's going to ask for a lift to the gym. access cards, okay. So we came up to put the clothes in the bin, and we walked round. Well, we didn't walk round, we walked to the field, and it's now 4:52. I came to put the clothes in the bin, and I put one load in, and the other load I can't get in because the bag is too heavy, and of course my lungs couldn't handle picking stuff up, so I had a wee bit of an attack. So I'm going home. I hate winter.